So hello, my name is Michelle. I am not really big on videos, and I am coming to you au naturel, as you can see. No makeup, no hairspray, nothing. As you can see, some, adult acne. It's not pretty. It's not fun. No one likes it. And, today that is kind of a big deal. How we see ourselves, how other people see us and perceive how we look, how it makes us feel about ourselves, and how other people make us feel about ourselves based on how we look. And so I was, on my computer, which I kind of try to take a break from because there's a lot of negativity on the internet. It's really supposed to be there so that we connect with one another, so that we can express our individuality, self-expression for fun, but it's really become a negative place. And bullying takes place there, not just with children, with adults. And that's really sad. So, like I said, I was on my computer, and unfortunately, I saw this thing come up, and they were talking about Kim Kardashian and her naked selfie. And I listened to both sides, even though I don't really listen to anything that has to do with the Kardashians. I don't think they're relevant at all, period. But the reason I listened didn't have anything to do with her. Let me just get that point out there. It had to do with, people taking her side. Oh, she's just empowering herself, by snapping that nudie because, she got her body back after her having her children and whatever. And then there were people who were bashing her, you shouldn't, put your naked body out there, it makes you look slutty. So this is my thing. One, I don't think that anyone putting nakedness on their phones and on the internet is really appropriate. And it doesn't have anything to do with not empowering themselves as a woman, because I don't think that you need to be naked to feel empowered. And I really don't think that that's a positive message that we're sending teenage girls and the younger girls, that it's empowering to be naked on a selfie on a phone. And the reason I don't feel that that's okay is because they're children and their minds are very impressionable. They're sponges, and they're going to, they're going to take a letter out of that book and they're going to go as 12-year-olds, not as adults, and they're going to snap these pictures of their 12-year-old naked bodies and they're going to put it out there. That's not good. And it's not because I don't want them to be empowered. Please don't misunderstand that. It's because this is a sick world that we live in, and there are predators out there. And because, yes, they're 12 and they shouldn't be taking naked photos of themselves, because you don't know where that's going to end up. What if they lose that phone and it gets out there and someone puts it on the internet? We've seen that. We have seen that where, people have had their phones stolen, they've lost their phones. Celebrities see it all the time, that their pictures are hacked or stolen, by the paparazzi, and it's exposed to the world. And, they're always saying how they wish they hadn't done it. Once it's done, and when it's on the internet, no matter how many times you take it down, it's not really gone. It's in cyberspace. It's there forever. So, my thing with that is that she shouldn't have done it. Whether she wants to be a role model or not, she is. But people are watching her. Like I said, I personally don't think the Kardashians are relevant. I don't think that, celebrities are celebrities because we make them celebrities. If we don't pay attention to them, they're not famous. You know, if you don't listen to their music, if you don't watch their movies, if you don't like them or click them on the internet, they're not popular. They're relevant because we make them relevant. You know, they think they have the power, but I hate to burst their bubbles. They're popular because people like you and I make them popular, because we make them relevant. If we didn't listen to their music, if we don't watch their movies, if we don't watch them on TV, if we didn't pay attention to them on social media, they would not be relevant. So to me, you know, the Kardashians, they're not relevant. You know, when you sit there and you make drama so people will watch you, that's not important. You know, if you're going to use your fame for something important, that's different. I think that, you know, when you have that kind of power, you should use it for something relevant, something important. So like I said, social media is dangerous. Just as it is fun and educational, it is dangerous. So naked selfies, they don't empower women. Teaching girls to put their naked self out into public it's not healthy. It's not the same as saying your naked body is something to be proud of, because it is. You know, our bodies are beautiful, but that doesn't mean that we need to share it with the entire world, and that doesn't mean that that's the only thing that matters. So when people do things like this, they need to consider the ramifications and the message that is going out there. And the one thing I was disappointed that people didn't point out is that not only are these girls seeing this when it's plastered all over the internet and on the TV screen, is that what is it doing to those teenage boys and those younger boys to see these naked females? They're not ready for that. I know that as a parent, I'm not ready for my children to see that. And I know people say, oh, well, you should monitor what your children watch. And that's good and fine, because I do. I pay a lot of attention to what my children watch. But I, like every other parent in the world, is not with my child 24/7. And everybody, not everyone, but a lot of people's kids have phones. So when my kids are at school with other people's kids who have phones, they're going to be like, oh my God, did you see this? Kim K's naked, click, click, show. And so my son is likely to see Kim Kardashian's naked body on someone else's phone. Or if my son's at someone else's house and it flashes across the screen in between a show, because you know that happens, that it's possible for them to see it that way. Because we cannot literally sit next to our kid every single second of every single day. So that's why we're supposed to be socially responsible people and know that that's not okay. And everyone should be forward thinking. And I was reading in this USA Today article, I believe it was in 2011, but it's still relevant today, and actually more so today. It says sex predators target children using social media. And it talks about them using Facebook with fake accounts, them using Twitter, using Instagram. They pull off all these pictures that kids are, putting out there, and they use them for all their own disgusting personal habits. So this is so much bigger than a woman taking a naked picture of herself and saying, hey, I'm feeling empowered, I'm feeling beautiful, I'm so excited about my body. Because it is okay for you to feel that way. But it's not okay to just plaster it everywhere for everyone to see. Men, women, children, She's a brand. That's what she's pushing, is her brand. But she's pushing it on everyone. And is that really okay? All the people that she's going to be affecting, is it really okay? I'm not judging her. It's not my job to do that. But we live in a world where not just girls, teenagers, young females, older females, we all suffer from body image issues. Everyone does. You know, it's not just a youth-driven problem. It affects everyone, but it doesn't just affect girls. So for a woman to plaster her nudity out there, it doesn't just affect her, and it doesn't just affect girls, it affects everyone. So it's just something to think about. Just thinking about being socially responsible, self-responsible when you do things like that. Just think ahead and think outside of the box. You know, make responsible decisions. That's it. Thanks. Like, subscribe.